welcome back to the channel. Today I will be discussing everything you need to know about the New Balance 550 sneaker. If you guys are unfamiliar with this sneaker, it actually released originally in 1989 as a basketball sneaker by New Balance. Of course, today these don't really serve as basketball sneakers. It's more of a lifestyle model. But last year in 2020, New Balance actually brought these back with Aime Dore. And the pair actually in my hand right now is the Aime Dore collab. There's a normal version of this colorway that also came out. It doesn't have that aged look, and it's missing the Aime Dore logos on it. But there's a very similar version that also released that's just not a collab. And the reason I'm doing this video is because there's gonna be a lot more colorways coming this year. And I do anticipate a lot of collabs happening with the sneaker. Kind of has like, the dad sneaker vibe, but at the same time it's also very slim and retro, and I think a lot of people really like that look right now. Kind of what's happening with the sneaker reminds me of what was happening with the Ultra Boost, where first it started off there wasn't too much hype, and then Kanye wore it, and then there was some collabs and it really blew up. And I think Aime Dore bringing these back initially, at first people really didn't know too much about it. I guess the Aime Dore collectors did, but the mass public really didn't know much about the sneaker. But after seeing how those turned out and seeing some new colors coming out, I know a lot of people are excited for the sneaker. And, I'm really excited too for new colorways. I was able to get this Aime Dore one. I don't have any of the original ones, unfortunately. But once some new colorways come out, I will be trying to grab a few. Now, every time these have come out, they've sold out, basically any colorway that's come out. I do expect a lot of collabs to happen with the sneaker this year and next year. I think New Balance probably wants to push some of their own colorways out first, and then we'll see some more collabs. Another thing I want to mention is they're having images surfaced of a new Spring/Summer 21 Aime Dore and New Balance 550 colorways. So there's going to be new colorways of this coming out. As I mentioned with these, you do get that Aime Dore stamp on the heel, as well as on the tongue right there. And then you also get an aged look. The midsole is actually, pre-aged. You get that yellow look that you've been seeing on a lot of sneakers lately. So I will be giving you guys an up close look at these, but I just want to generally discuss this sneaker. First, let me talk about comfort a little bit. They don't look too comfortable, honestly, but when you put them on, they are very comfortable. Like, it has a nice cushion inside, and here actually you could see on the sneaker, it actually has ortholite cushioning on the insoles. So that does make the sneaker pretty comfortable. Still, it's an all leather upper basically, and you're not going to get, let's say, that Ultra Boost comfort or something like that, or some of Nike's newest technology. So the comfort, it's more comfortable than you think, but it's not a comfortable sneaker comparable to modern technology. But it is something you can wear every day and be fine with. Your feet aren't going to hurt. Now, maybe if you wear it for, a long period of time, then your feet will hurt. But I feel like after you break them in, you should be good to go. Another thing I want to discuss right now is sizing. I know a lot of people have questions about sizing on New Balance 550s. I would prefer getting true to size, and you can actually go half a size down in my opinion as well. Now, if you have like wide feet or something like that, then I would just say get your true size. Don't risk going half down. But if you have just normal feet or even narrow feet, I would definitely suggest going half a size down for that snug fit. And the thing about sneakers like this is kind of like Air Forces as well. When you wear it, you don't really want too much heel space to show on the back because it just looks kind of awkward. So if you want like that snug fit, I would just recommend going half size down. You're still gonna have enough room in your toe area where it doesn't hurt your feet, but at the same time, you're getting that look that you want. You're gonna wear these with, joggers, things like that. So you do want them to be nice and fitted. So yeah, price point on these. Now the regular ones that are coming out are $100, $99.99 basically. On the collab ones, I think this was $130. I don't remember exactly, but I do expect most collabs to come out to be between $130 and $150 on these. Of course, with collaborations, you do get that premium price point, but you also get logos, premium materials, and all of that extra work. So it does kind of end up being worth it. But for $100, like retail for the colorways that's gonna come out, there's a bunch of colorways. I think there was like around 15 colorways of these that are gonna drop this year or maybe next year. I don't know exactly. But there's a lot of pictures of these that have surfaced. Just go and Google New Balance 550 and you will see a lot of articles with a lot of colorways on them. At $100, you can't go wrong. Like, it is definitely a must cop in my opinion. This is where fashion is, heading towards right now. A lot of fashion is trending towards this vintage vibe. And, eventually they will saturate the market. Obviously, New Balance wants to make money themselves, but so eventually they might go on sale like down the line, although I'm really not sure because it's only $100. But basically, it's the price of an Air Force One, But you do get a silhouette that not a lot of people own and not a lot of people have been wearing. So I definitely think it's really cool to, just get something like that for $100. Another thing I want to mention is they do sell out really quick every time they release. So anytime you see a colorway of these drop, if you actually want the pair, buy it immediately. Don't hesitate, because if you hesitate, it's just going to sell out. There have been a lot of restocks going on, small restocks, but I would just cop it right away. I wouldn't wait for a sale for these. I don't see it happening in the near future, especially. But yeah, there's a lot of nice colorways coming out. As I mentioned, there's also the second round of the Aime, Dore, and New Balance 550 collab that's going to come out, I believe, with the Spring Summer 21 New Balance collab collection. So I'm really excited about those. Now, those ones, obviously, it's going to be very hard to grab. Probably do a raffle system, and then the resale will probably be like $300 to $400, just like these are right now. Now, obviously, with any collab, you know, even Nike Air Forces, when they collab with, let's say, Off-White, really all you're paying for is that Off-White stamp. So it's basically the same concept here. Another thing I want to mention with this sneaker, I really love the construction of it. I love that there's so many different materials used on this that it's just absolutely insane. Like, you get that full leather upper, you get this cracked leather on the New Balance logo. You get like a mesh material here on the back. You get a different, you know, colored leather here. You know, the outsoles are actually pretty crazy. I love the outsoles on these. I don't know. I just really, really love the look. I mean, I feel like especially this Aime Dore collab with the aged look, it's a perfect sneaker for me. They kind of remind me of the Adidas Power Phase, but a more luxurious version. They just look like they have a better build to them, a better shape to them. And they also kind of remind me of the Louis Vuitton trainers. My last video is actually on these if you want to check them out after wear, but look how similar these sneakers are. And you're basically paying, you know, over $1,000 for this, and this was $100. They do have that shape, they do have that style, very similar to each other, as you guys can see holding them side by side. So if you want a cheaper alternative to these are very, very hyped. But with all that said, again, if you guys want to grab this sneaker, I definitely recommend it. Comfort-wise, very nice, better than you expect. Sizing, as I mentioned, true to size or half size down. Pricing, $100. You really can't go wrong. And they also look very durable. Again, it has that thick, you know, build to it, nice construction to it. So I think these are going to be very, very durable over time. With all that said, I do want to give you guys an up close look at these really quick, just to see some of the details. With all that said, let's get right into it. Alright guys, first thing I want to show really quick is the box they come in. So it's this New Balance Aime Dore retro style box. Very flimsy and very thin material. Let's take a quick look at the size tag right there, as you guys can see. And then on the inside, we do get this New Balance and Aime Dore paper. Now let's jump right into the sneakers themselves. So here's an up close look at it. I already talked about most of what I want to say, but I want to just show you guys up close how they look. So just a couple things I want to highlight is the leather on the upper right here. So as you guys can see, it's a full leather upper basically. It's very nicely constructed. Take a quick look at that. And then you guys can see a cracked leather right there. Look how good that looks. Of course, as I mentioned with this Aime Dore collab, you do get that aged midsole. So that's kind of like this yellow tint to it. On the back, we have the New Balance logo. Now this is the logo you're going to get on the regular models. Taking a quick look at the medial side, again, we do have that same cracked end logo. And then we have some perforations in the leather right there. I don't know, I think all the different, you know, materials and concepts, everything just comes together really well. But going up the sneaker, we do have like this mesh area right here below the laces. It's black and red. We have white laces on this. Cool little pattern going up the tongue. Right here, we have 550 stamped in. I do wish this was actually stitched on. I think it would have been a little bit nicer, but overall, no complaints. Getting into the tongue right here, as you guys can see, it says Aime Dore. And then we got the New Balance basketball apples coming into an MB apple right there, 550, cool little touch. Insole says New Balance on the right pair. And as I mentioned, we do have like that mesh-like sock liner heel tab material. Taking a quick look at the left pair really quick. Same exact concept, except here on the heel tab, we do have that Aime Dore stamp instead of New Balance. Super sick. And then the only difference on this as well is that on the insole, it actually says Aime Dore New York, while the other one said New Balance. But everything else, basically the same, aged midsole. Really good material. We do get extra laces with this. We get these cream laces, and we also get a red pair of laces inside the box that I didn't show. But here's the medial side. Yeah, so as you guys can see, the construction and everything, look at the stitching right there. Very premium. Like, there's no flaws on this. The leather is nice and soft. You know, we do have different kinds of materials going all throughout it. Cracked leather is nice. You know, mesh on the ankle area is really comfortable. We have the Ortholite insoles that I mentioned earlier. Real quick, let me show you guys the outsole as well up close. Cool outsole, says New Balance right there. So definitely for me, these are 100% worth it. And you know, even though this is the Aime Leandro one, I do want to show you guys this video for more collabs coming out, and for just the regular model, it's basically the same thing. So if you do want to pick it up, I highly suggest picking it up. All right, guys, hope you enjoyed this video on the New Balance 550 sneaker. So if you guys want a pair, I definitely recommend grabbing these. I'm a huge fan of them. I know a lot of people really love them right now. If you ever see them restock, go ahead and buy them right away. It's definitely gonna be worth your $100. If you have any questions or comments, please make sure just to comment down below. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that thumbs up and subscribe for more.